almost 20 years ago, we got the very first live-action Resident Evil, and it sucked. So as they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Here is your review for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, right here on Movies in a Nutshell. Hello and welcome to Movies in a Nutshell, where we talk about movies in a quick way so you can get on with your day. I'm your amazing, spectacular host, Detective Artimus, and before you go on, you hit that thumbs up button, because I know it, you know it, X gonna give it to you, knows it. You really want to like this. Please, today our movie will be Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. In this video, we'll be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't seen Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City yet, hit that watch it or button on this video, go and watch the movie in theaters, and then come back in and join in on the discussion. Go. If you want to see the spoiler-free version with the gentleman, hit that link in the description for our TikTok version. Yeah, I'm still not used to it. We're on TikTok now. Or if you don't care about spoilers, sit back and let's talk. Written and directed by supposed Resident Evil fan Johannes Roberts, who also gave us 47 Meters Down, comes the story of conspiracy and family. We start this shit show with the young Claire and Chris Redfield living in the Raccoon City orphanage, where Claire befriends Lisa Trevor. Do you remember her from the remake? How she was looking for her mom all over the mansion and she would kill anyone in her path and was indestructible? Well, that doesn't happen here. In fact, at one point, Lisa actually helps them by killing a licker. That's right, anything for her BFF Claire. Lisa and Claire forever. So yeah, that sucked. That is one of the many mischaracterizations in this movie. What the fuck? You wouldn't even recognize these characters if you played the game. And I hate to be that fucking fanboy nerd, but it irked me so much. So I tried my best to make sure that I watched this as a movie and not be a fucking person who's like, oh, that happened in the game, that happened in the game. But you know what? It happened so much that I couldn't help it. I know it is a movie first before an adaptation, but goddamn, man. Who are these people? Mr. G Virus Dr. William Birkin was a father figure and helped raise Chris Redfield. That's right, you heard correctly. That was a thing. The ultra-serious, ulterior motive, scientific psychopath Wesker is in this movie, except that he's not any of that. He's more of a sophomoric prankster who is banging Jill Valentine, apparently. Seriously, what the hell, man? And no, he does not wear his sunglasses at night, but more on that later. I love how in this movie that Claire is the master of unlocking instead of Jill, and Jill is the expert marksman instead of Chris. I love how they paid attention to these fine details that were established in the game, except that, no, they didn't. No Barry, no Tyrant, no Forrest, no Rebecca. Why? Because fuck them, that's why. However, I did like the Easter eggs in this movie, like the showing of the first zombie looking over his shoulder just like in the game. That looked cool, so credit for that. Also at the end with Wesker's body bag slowly sitting up just like in the main title screen of the remake, that was cool too. Also the RPD heart diamond suit keys, and even the truck driver crashing and dying. Although I was waiting for him to say, that dog's a maniac, why'd he bite me? Because in the movie it was a dog that bit him and not a guy. The worst thing about this movie, aside from the characterizations, is that they combine games 1 and 2 and they happen simultaneously, instead of having them time to flesh out and grow. Which means the story is rushed, and some of the biggest moments of the game are just simply glossed over. The mansion destroyed? The taking over of the RPD? Chief Irons getting killed? Even though in this movie Chief Irons wasn't a corrupt conspirator officer, he was just a cop trying to get out, so fuck that. He was a good villain. All of these for the sake of time. That's a big offense, sir. Also, they never really explained why Chris and them never got infected with the tainted water supply like the rest of the town. I mean, Ben kind of made some theories about it, I guess, but it was like, what was the point of it? And also Ben, he was okay. I actually liked him in this. Although his death is much better in the games. And I actually like Chris Redfield, so Robbie Amell was cool. I liked him. Each game could have been its own movie, or even a series, because it gives this story more time to flesh out and to invest in the characters and story. But no, mash them together and you take what we give you. Thanks, Sony. Thanks again. Which really sucks because when they were in the mansion, the atmosphere was awesome. And when they were escaping the police department, that was great. Those could have been easily their own thing, but no. just no. I mean, how can you call yourself a Resident Evil fan and make these drastic changes to the characters and the core story? Unless this is like an example of studio meddling. Johannes, are you okay? Does Sony have you in prison? Blink twice for yes. The movie ends when they blow up William with an AT-4 rocket launcher, which is unfortunate because William wasn't in his final butthole form. So Leon, Claire, Chris, and Jill, and Sherry, who serve no purpose in this movie, all escape the town and roll credits. The mid-credit scene shows a revived Wesker after he was shot by Jill is suffering from some of the side effects of the virus that was given to him. One of those side effects is he is unable to see. So a character comes into frame who is totally not Ada, gives him some sunglasses, and that is why he wears them all the time. I laughed so hard. Oh, and that character who totally wasn't Ada? Well, it was Ada. It's sad because nobody in the theater even cared, including myself. Ada! The director says he wants Code Veronica to be the movie sequel. Now slow down there, buddy. Butchering 2 games in 1 movie is quite the feat. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I just have to come to terms that I will never see a proper Resident Evil movie, or even a Netflix series. Oh, god damn it. There is that Resident Evil Netflix series coming out. That shit's gonna be dead on arrival, and I am not excited for that as well. Well, you know what? I am done with Resident Evil. I will never watch your stuff again. Hopefully the Last of Us show gives me some more hope. Now it is time to rate this movie, so let's bring out the ratings bar. We have awesome must watch, damn fine movie, good dumb fun, watching your board, and avoid at all costs. To me, this movie had awesome set pieces, good costume design, and the tone and atmosphere were done properly. Unfortunately, the changes to the characters and the story were so drastic that I couldn't really focus on the movie and take it seriously. It had so much potential to be much better than the Alice movies, but unfortunately, it was only slightly better. And for me, that makes me hate the movie more, because it was supposed to be the chosen one. And what did it do? Paul fucking Anderson had to attach his name to it somehow. You gotta go, man. You're like Avi Arad in Spider-Man. On its own, it is a decent horror movie, but as an adaptation, it fucking blows. So I hereby declare Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, watching your board. So what did you think of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? And what parts did you hate the most? Because I know you did. Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artimus, and here, take this. Maybe you, the master of unlocking, could have good use for it.